All right, what can I say? But what I've been trying to struggle with since watching this SmackDown, I'm not going to lie. I was struggling with watching this thing. I didn't know how to get through it. I've done my best to try to be a fair reviewer, but I can't do it. I'm sorry, I've tried, but this was so mind-numbingly boring that it was difficult not to fall asleep. This is probably the most boring SmackDown I have ever seen in my life. Not to mention the fact that this was supposed to be the go home show before the Royal Rumble. There was so much meaningless filler that it was just mind numbing and just, I mean, for crying out loud, Raw has surpassed you twice. You got this stupid storyline with AJ that it's inconceivable how they really just they still decide to go further with this ridiculous storyline. They continue to just go on with it, even though it's dumb. Who cares? Okay, sure, she got hit by a 500-pound bus. Who cares? That 98-pound weakling shouldn't have been out there in the first place. And I don't mean to be crude or cruel, but honestly, this is a dumb reason, dumb storyline, dumb everything. Not to mention the fact that, okay, don't get me wrong, I love me some Yoshi. I love Yoshi Tatsu, and it makes me happy that Yoshi Tatsu is finally being shown on cable. But the fact that they're doing it as a tag team match right now, no, it's not entirely a good idea. Because there's not going to be a tag team match at the Royal Rumble. It's just going to be 2 championship matches and the Royal Rumble itself, and 2 other matches after that. There's not going to be a tag team title unless they're going to have it as a dark match. But either or, they shouldn't be having it at all. They shouldn't have a Divas match at all. Because even though it was satisfying to actually see Oksana in there and hoping she'll get beat, but didn't. But anyway, the fact that they had a Divas match was completely ridiculous. There's going to be no Divas match. There's going to be no Divas in the Royal Rumble because Beth Phoenix has tried and failed. And Chyna's no longer there, and she tried, almost won, but failed. But regardless, they should not be there at all. Not even Talon's fart could save this. And honestly, I don't know what they were thinking. I don't even know what they're thinking doing the main event, having the Big Show versus Mark Henry. We've seen this 1,000 times on like 3 or 4 pay-per-views. And the fact that they're going to have a triple threat match, why? Like, duh. And not to mention the fact that the intro was probably the worst intro I've ever seen SmackDown ever do. Do not get me wrong. I love me some Big Show. I love me some Big Show. But it's just the fact that the Big Show became a whiny baby and then got slapped around, berated, talked down to by little Daniel Bryan. He's not insignificant because the guy has talent. Do not get me wrong. He has talent. But the way that they're trying to make him as a heel is dumb because it does not fit his character. It just don't. He's horrible as a heel. It just don't work. But they're still forcing it down our throats. And Daniel Bryan is horrible on the mic. He has no charisma. He has no anything. He has no draw on the mic. He doesn't. And they're still doing this. I'm really hoping at the Royal Rumble this all will come to an end and he will no longer have that title. I'm really hoping that he will. Unfortunately, I am doubting. I'm doubting that he's going to lose it. But anyway, that's for my predictions video. But, it's so hard to rate this thing. It was so hard to sit through it, and I can't. I'm sorry for all the subscribers out there. I'm sorry. I've tried. I can't sit through it. I have done my best. I can't do it. I can't do it. So, I am not even going to bother giving it a rating tonight. I can't stare at this thing any longer. I can't take it. It was that bad to watch. Because it had absolutely nothing to do with the Royal Rumble. Sure, they showed a couple of videos. They showed a couple of times when they talked about they actually showed a couple of Royal Rumble matches. And sure, a couple of people probably referenced it. The point is, I was so zoned out, I could not care. So this is probably going to be the shortest video I've ever done. Ever. Because it was that boring, that lame, that completely insignificant towards the Rumble. This is supposed to be something that the SmackDown is supposed to pump up towards the Rumble, and they didn't. They failed miserably. So I'm not even gonna bother giving this a rating tonight. And also what really kind of made me sick to my stomach is the fact that they had A-Rod being crushed by the Funkasaurus. He didn't even have a chance to do a move. He was actually enjoying himself. He was like dancing in the ring. I mean, the guy had some flair. He had some moves. Got slammed and buried by the Funkasaurus. Don't get me wrong. I'm on the Funkasaurus train. But A-Rod? What did A-Rod do to get buried by the Funkasaurus? Enough said right there. I was done. I was done after seeing that match. So I'm not even going to give it a rating for the night. But as for my predictions for the Royal Rumble, it is going to be put up and done tomorrow. That is Saturday before the Royal Rumble on Sunday. So I'm going to put up my video on Saturday for my Royal Rumble predictions. But I'm not even going to bother rating this crap tonight. This is the Nation Girl 30 with the shortest video I've ever done in my life. Out of here. Peace out. See you tomorrow.